Hey, thanks for joining me here today. I've got 5 surefire ways to make sure you don't sabotage your sincere apology. I'm Dr. Paul Jenkins, a clinical psychologist. I've got about 30 years of experience now working with people, and I've picked up on a few things. I'll share these 5 surefire ways with you. Number 4 is my favorite, and I've got a little cheat sheet for you on number 3. The first way to make sure you don't sabotage your sincere apology is to make sure that it's sincere. If you come at an apology and you don't really feel it, that will be seen. Have you ever seen this with your kids? I remember telling the kids, hey, I think you should apologize for that. And then I listened to them deliver the apology, and it sounds like this. I'm sorry. Gosh. Does that sound sincere to you? No. Now that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Well, not for the kids. That's actually what you might hear. But are you truly sincere? If you're not, it's probably not the right time to deliver this apology. It's going to fall flat and you'll sabotage it. So check your heart, check your mind. Am I really sincere about this? You know, empathy is one of the higher level skills that I teach when I'm working with kids especially, but even with adults. Empathy denotes a higher level of maturity, and it takes a really mature person to actually understand and care how someone else feels. Those are the 2 components to empathy, understanding and caring how someone else feels. Let's make sure that it's sincere. And if it's not, you may have a little personal work to do. Because if you have to apologize for something, it probably hurt someone. Let's connect to that. You can go there, right? You can be sincere about this apology. All right, here's the next one. Don't explain. Explanations sabotage apologies. You've probably heard it or experienced it before, right? I'm really sorry. It's just that. And then you go on to explain this happened and that happened and then this happened and then that happened and that explains why I did what I did. What does that sound like to you? It's going to sound like justification to whoever you're apologizing to, and it sabotages the apology. They don't hear the apology, they hear the explanation and that somehow you were right for doing what you did. I think humility is something that's really going to power up your sincere apologies, and I define humility this way. We give up our need to be right in exchange for being open. Yeah, you did the best that you knew how to do. Right, you made some mistakes and you didn't intend to hurt anyone. We all get that. But the explanation is torpedoing your apology. So let's lay off of the explanations. You know why you did what you did. It's not important for you to explain that to everybody else. Just stick with the apology. Another thing to watch out for here is that sometimes that sounds like not only justification, but blame. Like we're blaming someone else or something else or the circumstances for our own misbehavior. We can take responsibility for what we've done. So let's lay off of the explanations a bit. Oftentimes when we have a sincere apology to make, the person with whom we're sharing that apology may need to really feel heard and understood. So let's use that as one of our strategies. Listen to understand. Something that really powers up an apology is coming from a position of really understanding where that person is, how it impacted them, what their feelings are about it. And so as you listen to them, don't jump into the explanations and the justifications. Remember, we talked about that in the previous step. But allow yourself to be in a position of simply receiving and listening to understand. That's our goal. Understanding and agreeing aren't the same thing. When I teach communication seminars and trainings, we go through 5 powerful strategies for effective communication. In fact, you know what? Here, I'm going to give you a cheat sheet for communication. It'll summarize those 5 powerful strategies for effective communication. Just go to drpauljenkins.com/communication. The URL's right there on the screen. jump in there. I'll give you the cheat sheet. Just let me know where you want me to send it. As we practice communication, the listening part of this is probably the most important part. That's what helps defenses to come down. Look, if you've hurt someone, they've probably got some shields up. And the apology that you want to deliver is going to land best if we can get some of those shields down. So spend some time listening and practice empathic, reflective listening. This is where you take an extra step. Just think of it as an extra step and you'll get there. The extra step is, so you're saying, and then you repeat back to that person as close as you can to the exact meaning that they communicated to you, what it is that they said. Okay? And I don't mean parrot back word for word. I mean capture it in a way that they recognize it as what they actually meant. Oh, so you're saying that, and then you give it back to them. Okay? That's huge. And a lot of people don't take that step. It's an extra step in the communication. Try that. That brings down the barriers, and the apology is a lot more likely to land. Now, here's the one that I said was my favorite one. I remember a friend giving me a t-shirt about a decade ago that said simply, stay in front of your butt. Spelled with one T, okay? And here's what I mean. Listen to this apology, okay? This sincere apology. Are you listening? I'm really sorry that I said that to you the other day. Now, what's the next word? But you did this or that. But it was, and see, what comes after the but spoils the apology. It completely obliterates what you were just trying to do with a sincere apology. You don't sabotage it by saying the thing that's after the but. So, as the t-shirt reads, stay in front of your butt. As soon as you say but, it means forget what I just said, here's what I really mean. And that's what people are going to focus on and remember. So stay in front of your butt. I'm really sorry for what I said to you on Thursday. And then zip it. Okay? If you feel the urge to say but, that's where you stop. This is really hard because, like we were talking about earlier, we want to explain or justify or be right about what we did. Look, you probably weren't right if you have a need to apologize. So don't sabotage it by saying but. Just leave the but out. Stay in front of your butt. Now, finally, the thing that sabotages the most sincere apologies is that there is no effort to actually change behavior afterwards. And then it just sounds like empty words. Yeah, you apologize. How many times do we apologize for things that we know darn well we're going to repeat tomorrow? Or it's not actually sincere. I hear this all the time. Sorry I'm late. Really? You're sorry that you're late. No, you're giving me a platitude at that point because you're going to be late for tomorrow's meeting too. It's not about running into traffic. It's about lifestyle choices that have you showing up late for your life. I'm using that as an example. If it stings a little, then maybe you get to look at your lateness. But saying, sorry, I'm late, and then doing nothing to change your behavior around that sabotages your apology. It means nothing. It's empty words. If you really are sorry about this or that, what are you willing to do to change your behavior? Look, we preserve our integrity when what we say matches what shows up. That when there's a match between my words and my behavior, between what I promise and what I deliver, that's integrity. So if you are truly sorry for something, get busy working on that something. Don't just allow it to continue to disrupt your relationships. These are some ways that you can truly power up your sincere apology and get to a place where it actually means something. Hey, a couple of small adjustments can make a big difference. I hope you found this helpful. If you're ready for the next step, cue up that next video, how you can reprogram your mind to stay strong and positive. I'll support your personal development with that next video. I'll see you over there.